Hey y'all, thank you for coming back to my channel. And in today's video, we'll be talking about benefits of homeschooling your child. The first thing you want to know about homeschooling your child is that your child is able to learn at their own pace, which means they don't have to be in a crowded classroom, not getting attention from their teacher or the teacher's assistant, or just fighting for the teacher's attention because they need help. So they're able to learn at their own pace. There is no rush. They have your full attention, and they'll be able to get that one-on-one time that they need to fully understand the assignment or whatever difficulties that they're having. When you think about how much time a child needs to understand something, if they learn at a longer pace, or they just need that extra time to understand the subject, having that one-on-one time with you at home is so important. They are able to first build their confidence, because then they're like, you know what, I got the time for mommy or daddy, and I know that, you know what, I don't understand 36 times 36. Mommy and daddy can break it down to me. They can give me different methods so I can learn it, or mommy and daddy can show me, or I can go through that problem 3 or 4 times without having to rush, because I'm able to study at home and there's not a lot of children to be taught. So that is important. I'm struggling with this right now with my son Josiah, because his confidence is not good in his work, and I need to be a way better homeschool teacher. But when I notice that when he's confident in something, he's getting this right, he put his all into it. He's more eager about doing his work. So when you're homeschooling and your child is getting that one-on-one time, they know, you know what, I'm able to learn this work, and they boost that confidence in them. They'll be more eager to learn and want to keep doing work. And that's very important when it comes to education. Secondly, parents are able to teach their child what they want to teach their own child. They don't have to be told what their child has to be taught, even though it may not be true or not. They are able to learn what you want them to learn, whether it's about their true history, okay? Whether it's about business, gardening, stocks, working on cars. You are able to teach your child whatever you want. If you wanted to just teach them the basic reading, math, and spelling, know how to write, and know your basic multiplication and how to divide and all that, and then teach them trades, that is for you to decide. I feel like as long as the child know the basics, then they okay, and as long as they learn a trade, or as long as they learn the business or the stock or how to make money, that's all you really need. That's how I feel. So with you having that type of control and that say of what your child can learn, that also helps you as a parent to be more organized and to just come up with different creative ways how your child can learn. But the last thing that you want is to send your son or child to a public school or to any type of school, and they're teaching them wrong history. I personally dealt with that. It was a couple of years ago. My oldest, Rodney, was in school, and he brought home an assignment that I can't remember the last name, but some supposedly white man named Alexander something invented either, I don't remember if it was the peanut or the light or something, but it wasn't true, because just previous to that, my kids were watching a history video, and I want to say it was John, what is his name? Not John, Culver. George Washington Culver had invented whatever he was trying to say that white man did. And I remember looking at that like, nah, they pushing it now. So deep down inside, when you homeschool your child, you are giving your child the best education that they deserve. Let's not forget that these public schools and private and charter schools, they're not for us. They're not for people of color. So when you take the initiative to homeschool your child, you are giving them the best education that they can have. Like they're learning from you. So they should know that, okay, I trust mommy and daddy because they're going to teach me what I need to know, not what I want. Public school charters, they teaching us what they want us to know. At homeschool, you are being taught what you need to know. And so that's very important. Also, too, when it comes to teaching your child what you want them to learn, that gives you a wider range. You're not in a box. So, okay, I have to go by this. I have to teach them the Great Depression. I have to teach. No. You are able to teach them whatever you want to teach them. You're not penalized for not teaching them about Christopher Columbus or about George Washington or these presidents, because there was a black president before Barack Obama. So we're able to teach our children that. And no, I can't think of his name at the moment, but I do know there was a black president before Barack Obama. And they don't teach us stuff like this. So it should take pride in the parent that, you know what? First of all, I done messed up. It is our job as the parents to teach our own child. Why are we relying on someone else to teach our child? To be around somebody else's spirit, other children's spirit, all that stuff is really real. And so you want to protect your child at all costs. So for one, we need to realize that it's our job, and we are our children's first teacher. With that being said, everything must start at home. Even if you decide to still have your children in school, have a mini homeschool. Teach them on the weekend when you're free. It starts little, just by watching little videos. I ordered a Tell Me Who I Am. You can Google it. Tell Me Who I Am DVD for my daughter. It's a cartoon, but it's teaching you history. And you can start off by just giving them those DVDs, letting them do the flashcards. There's some flashcards I have for my kids about Black history. Let them read books. Let them go on YouTube to research this stuff. There's different ways that they can learn their history. It doesn't really have to be, okay, you're at a desk, and because mom or dad feel that they don't know the history, you can still be learning as they go. It's plenty times my son Rodney, he likes to read. He tells me about the world and about the universe more than I could tell him. And it's like, oh, really? I didn't know. He's always like, Mom, did you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, Rodney, I didn't know. And he'll tell me, and I'll say thank you. But we can learn from one another. And I want you guys to know that homeschooling is like even if you're failing at it, because I've been doing it for a couple of years and I am still failing at it. And I say I'm failing because I have issues where I can't teach my kids certain things, but I guarantee y'all, I'd rather be struggling than have my kids brainwashed by this system that don't even care about them. That's teaching them things that's not going to help them. That's actually keeping them dumb to not teach, because they're not teaching them what they need to be learning, what the white kids are learning. How to grow food, how to invest in stock, how to just run a business, how to raise your credit score. These are things that we can teach our kids that you don't get in public school or any other school. Unless it's like black owned or they really about that life. Other than that, you're not getting that. And majority of us black people, we're not getting that. And we are failing our children. This is why you probably heard me say a couple of times that I'm failing as a mother. Because I expect a lot. And to some people, I may be a good mother. I'm not saying I'm horrible, but I'm not where I need to be. And it takes a lot to recognize that and admit that. Do better. If you have all the time and you're on welfare, you're not working, you're not doing anything productive, and you have that time to teach your child, why aren't you teaching them? You don't have to be the smartest. Order some books. Hire a tutor. Like, I'm going to do that. I've had math tutors for my children, but now I'm going to get them a reading tutor because I don't know how to teach them how to read properly. And there's no shame with me saying that. I'm just not a good teacher on that. And so do what you have to do. We spend a lot of money getting our kids the latest shoes, clothes, hair, phones. Let's take that money and get them some tutors. If you're having a hard time, ain't nothing wrong with explaining, hey, can I get a little discount for right now because I'm having a hard time, I'm low income, and I know your services cost, and I value that and I appreciate that, but I just need the help. And see what they say. But we must know that homeschooling starts at home. Whether you think it or not, in a way we still homeschool our children if you're teaching them, because they're learning from us. I remember my dad, before I even learned Spanish, because I had Spanish class, the little bit that I do remember, he taught us Spanish. His favorite words was siéntate, cállate, and gracias, I think. No, but I know, and it's another one I'm missing. And he always say, siéntate, sit down. He would just teach us, and I remember that to this day. So we must remember, whether we're physically teaching them or not, we are still their teachers. And as parents, we have to take that responsibility. Stop giving our responsibilities to other people. Automatically, that make you a not so good parent, because you're not even fully doing your job. And this is why I get on mothers about fathers, because they want to bash the father, but you just as part-time as the father is, because your child in school numerous of hours a day. That doesn't make you a good parent. And then when they come home, I'm ranting out and went on something else, but let me finish. When they come home, they eat and they're doing their homework and they're going to bed. What time did you really have with your child? What did you really teach your child? So we want to think about that. Let me get back on track. You also want to remember that when you're homeschooling, you gain that bond, that connection with your child. They are able to realize, like, you know what, mama may not be the best teacher, but she took this time out for me. My kids say often that I don't spend enough time with them, and I could be doing more, but I guarantee you, about 99% of the time, my kids are always with me. If they're not with my daughter's dad or with my brother or something for a couple of hours, I kid you not, they're with me. And so having that time when I'm teaching them, and yes, I do get frustrated and I'm just like, don't know what to do, and they may feel overwhelmed, but I still put that effort in. And eventually, once I keep doing it, because I need to get better at it, they're going to get better, and then I'm going to have a better routine. So you want to realize that that bond is so important. My kids can never say, my mom was always gone, or my mom was just always working, or I didn't get to see my mom much. My kids are able to ask me any question that they want, and I'm able to answer it to the best of my ability. I'm able to teach them the way I can. Like, oh, well, you know what? Well, if you do it this way, you can still get that answer. Different methods that some teachers don't have time to explain because they're so busy and they have so many children to teach. So you want to realize that you are building that connection. And then within that, the child can have a greater respect for you. They can, whether you're doing good or not, they can like, at least my mama tried. And I remember she doing this. And I respect my mom because she didn't just send me off like some adopted child or something, but she had me there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not calling the people that need that extra help bad parents. I'm just saying, let's find other ways. Try to homeschool or have tutors come to your house, or enroll them in a black school that you know stands for something. There's other ways that we can teach our black children because they're not getting taught what they need to be taught. I was sitting here learning about the Great Depression. Well, and I still remember the year. I think it was 1914, and how this and stuff happened. They didn't teach me nothing about my history. They didn't teach me nothing about stocks. Stuff that will actually benefit me. They didn't do that. You know why? Because it's a white system. So you just want to look at everything. How you can become a better parent overall. How you can better homeschool. My homeschool is in transition right now, and I have to re-put it back up at some remodeling and stuff going on. But when that's back up, I'm going to show you guys my homeschool set. Invest in your children. I spent a couple of $1,000 on my children, whether it's from bookshelves, getting black books, getting the curriculum, the pencils, the pens. I also had scholarships, so a lot of stuff I just already had. I love having extra pencils and pens and markers and crayons and just books that they can learn from. My organizers, my folders, all that stuff. You can start off small. Take $100 and just go get the basics. Right now at Walmart, they got notebooks for 25 cents. That's the cheapest they have. You can go get a couple of notebooks. Just do what you have to do. And right now, everybody is technically homeschooling. So I hope that you guys are finding some joy in it, and that you are realizing, you know what, this is something I actually need to brush my skills on anyways because I'm a little rusty. Whatever it may be. But if you're homeschooling and you can't do it, at least, like right now, to keep my daughter occupied, you may say whatever you want to say. Right now, she's watching Miss Monica. She's on YouTube. Look her up. She's an African-American teacher, and right now they're teaching them the numbers. It's just like where they would be in school, but except it's online. And my daughter's watching that right now to keep her occupied because I'm trying to do a video. But one, she's watching a teacher that looks just like her, and the teacher is she's amazing. Her energy is amazing, and the curriculum that she teaches is needed, and my daughter needs to learn things like that. So if you're going to have that time, or you need to step away from your child, make sure that they're still learning in a way. Or they're playing, or they're drawing, they're doing something that they need to be doing to better strengthen their mind. If your children are surrounded around love and protection and care, when homeschooling, you know that your child is safe. As we all know, too many times, schools are getting shot up. Teachers are molesting the children. They're being harassed. Teachers are making fun of our children, are treating them differently, beating them, just with all types of stuff. And when you homeschool, guess what? You ain't got to worry about that because however you parent, that's what your children are going to be getting. So you don't have to worry about any of that. And those those that say, oh, well, my children need to be around other children. If you stay in a complex building, there's other kids outside. Or take them to the park. Invite their cousins over. There's still, social skills can still be practiced. Or just take them to field trips. But even when they are alone, if you have one child, 2, 3, whatever, how many you have, they're learning self-discipline. They're learning how to be alone. Because even some adults don't know how to be alone. And being alone is very important so that you know who you are. You can better develop. So being safe and knowing that your kid is in a safe environment, they're not getting harmful food in their body, they're not getting poisoned, they're not being fed food that you don't want them being fed, it should give you ease. Like, you know what? My home is safe. My kids don't eat this nutritious food that I made and prepared, or however it's going to go. You don't have to worry. And it's important to know that your child is safe, because if you know they're safe, I'm sure they feel safe. And because we've been so conditioned to send our kids to school, kids may be feeling like they're safe at school, but really they're not. Anything can happen. That is too many spirits to be around at a young age, and they're not protected, or they don't really know how to protect their spirits. Too many bad habits. You got kids cussing at school. Some kids come to school smelling like marijuana. Some kids, just their lifestyles are exposed to your child lifestyle. So you want to be very thoughtful of that. And while I'm thinking about it, what made me want to homeschool, I always wanted to do it. I just didn't want to do it as soon as I did, because I was trying to get myself more time. And I actually liked the school he was at. But what made me did is because it was time for him to get his 4-year shots or 5-year shots. One of those. And I don't do vaccinations. You can't convince me why they're safe or blah, blah, blah. But I was like, y'all telling me what to do so my kid can come here. If y'all really cared about their well-being, why not teach them? So when I was like, nope, I can't do that. I'm not about to continue damaging and harming my child, risking his life, his stability, his functions, so he can go to school. No. And if you think about it, that business, those doctors and all that, they're getting paid off of that. So they're getting paid to offer, let's make a connection with the school district to have kids be vaccinated so we can get paid, and then we're going to make sure that they still get money in their pocket, because in order to go to school, we know the parents ain't going to do it because they're lazy, they're busy, whatever. They got to get the shot. So it works for the school district, and it works for the doctors and what CDC, those people that create those harmful vaccinations. So it works, it benefits everybody else but us. Everyone else but us. Okay, and so we got to look at everything. Let's do our research. Even I showed on my graduation video, Allensworth. They had their own school. If you're gonna send your kids to school, send it to a black school. We can still teach our children, and we can teach them better, because you know what? We can relate to them. We understand them. We ain't got to worry about being afraid of them. We don't have to call them names like they're dumb because we don't understand their method of learning. First of all, we're Africans. We don't learn like these people. We learn the way we're supposed to be learning, and we have come detached from that. So it may be difficult. Some people are visual learners. Some people are hands-on learners. I'm forgetting my child development terms. But some people learn different. Some people learn by just hearing. Just anything. So we have to learn. Like my son, I'm learning, and then a few of my friends then told me also that he learns by doing. So I need to have him doing things more, because the way I'm teaching it is not getting it, it's boring to him. So we have to learn everything. And I am a child development major, but I also know other black females that are amazing that I can refer you guys to, that can help you and give you those pointers, or can probably tutor you one-on-one. Also know a great math tutor, the best in the world, Robert. If you guys need that, I can contact him and say, Robert, let's do a Zoom call. We need these children. We need the help. Whatever it is, don't feel like you're alone. You're not in this alone. If y'all want to homeschool and y'all don't have the resources, y'all don't have the budget for me, contact me and I'll give whatever I can so that you can go get those materials to start homeschooling your children. Okay? It's that serious. And it's the community. It's about helping one another. Know that you can do it. You don't have to be the smartest in the book. You don't have to be the smartest cookie. You just have to put that effort, and everything else is going to follow. Overall, you just want to make sure that you are doing the best that you can as a parent. Everything comes into play. And when you think about education and homeschooling your child, there's nothing better than that. Her name is, look her up on YouTube, My Busy Bees. Or me and my Busy Bees and Me or something. But I think it's My Busy Bees and Me. And she's a black lady, and she does a phenomenal job at curriculum work, how she teach her children. She's just amazing. There's other people, but she's the one I watch on YouTube. And go there. You can YouTube how to homeschool or what supplies to get and just whatever. There's no excuse. And like I said already, right now we are all forced to homeschool our children whether we want to or not. So why not take this as an opportunity? It's funny because a lot of people see 2020 as a bad year. I don't see it as a bad year. I see it as the Creator set it up for His black people, or however you look at it, her black people, however you think the Creator is, for us to wake up, stand up, rise, and prevail. I think that's what it's for, because now we have to tap into our abilities, our nature side and all this, and just teach our children what we know. So the Creator has set us up to be like, nope, 2020 is the year for my black people to get themselves together. For them to come together. For them to do what they got to do so that they can get out this. Because we are the only people holding ourselves back from any success. So if it's us, we got to look in the mirror and be like, you know what? It's not all us, but for some of it, it is us. So we have to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I have to do better. So there is no excuse. The Creator is setting us up to get back to how we was when we were kings and queens and we ruled the world and we were not just slaves and just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that we must know. And if you fail to teach your child, imagine what someone else is teaching them. That's why we got so much self-hate. Children not loving themselves or loving to be black because they feel that all we do is come back from failure or we can never make it. No, it's not true, black people. We have to please do better. I hope this video was making sense. I can talk more into depth about it, but I'm actually on a time schedule. My daughter starts ballet class today for the first time. And also with that, with homeschooling, if you receive government assistance, I know for sure in California, when everything opened back up, when you homeschool, you can take them to museums for free. The Black African American Museum, to any basically some zoos. There's a lot of stuff that you can get in free, so there's no excuse for you not exposing your children to different things in life. So you can homeschool them. You guys can have field trips. There's just a lot of things you can do. It's just amazing. And it's been like 3-4 years and I still haven't came with a steady schedule. I mean, a method that's helping me and them. But once I come with that, I'm gonna love it even more. But I know that I have to fix myself first. So if you know you got patient problems, you're not patient, let's start working on ourselves, because it's easy to yell and be like, well, you don't understand it, but we're not teaching it the way they understand or the way they can learn. So we have to look at everything and just know that y'all contact me, do whatever you need to do, use your resources and get it going. Start a homeschool where you pay, other black people can pay you for having their child come to your home or whatever, to teach them. Those that are really busy and they can't do it. This is our time to shine, to tap into our greatness again, and to do what we need to do to better ourselves for generation and generation and generation to come. Overall, don't forget, homeschooling is just amazing. No one can take what you know up here. But it's also very key that whatever you put up here is important and it's going to benefit you. So as a black parent, as a black grandma, whatever you are, as a black child, you need to know your true history. And one thing that I pride myself in is my kids are not getting brainwashed by this white system teaching them stuff that they don't need to be taught. They need to know their history about Africa, about Haiti. My daughter's Haitian, so she knows about the revolution, just different things. We have to do better, parents. I'm about to get in Song of the Day. And you guys, thank you so much. If you made it to the end, I truly appreciate it. Please help me more so I can be monetized, and by watching the videos all the way through, by commenting, liking, sharing the videos, and just if y'all need to be criticized, criticize me. I'm not offended easily. Let me know, Destiny, I need you to pick up the energy, or I need a little more, whatever. Just please let me know. And I just thank you guys for the support. Have a good day.